Welcome to the first quick intro for Warminate Clear Angle's brand new visual camera RAW converter. This tool has three modes of operating. You can either start the UI by double-clicking on the exe file and read files from the menu, or you can drag and drop files onto the exe file and have it immediately open and interpret the RAW. The same goes for Windows Open with Shell feature, so you can have the tool installed as your go-to RAW reader. Third option would be to use the command line, but that's the same stuff as before. Once you open the file, if there's no color workflow available in your rig setup, and we will have to talk about creating color profiles later, you will most likely choose the color metrics provided by the camera. Feel free to test the other profiles available, but again, without proper white balancing, the most likely profile you want is the one the camera provides. You can change your gamma curve, unlikely if your files have been created under proper lighting conditions, but here you go. You can also apply the old saturation hack that DCUR applied, which brings the given percentage of pixels into clipping, or saturation if you will. However, this new tool does not delete data as most DCUR versions did. It compresses the overhead into necessary steps, so even with saturated images you don't lose any data, but could restore the highlight information as long as it was there in the first case. Gamma and saturation curves can either be adjusted using the mouse, or you can select one of the functions and use your mouse wheel to quickly try different settings. All the calculations are done on the GPU, either as a shader in openGL or as a kernel for CUDA on the backend conversions. You actually work with the interpreted raw data in real time. There's a new choice for fake albedo mappings. In most cases, the classic version will do a good enough job, including value centering. However, feel free to play with the brute force version. The new algorithm can be leveraged to create subsurface scattering maps since it evens out shadows and highlights quite brutally, hence the name. If you want to write out files, simply click on the right TIFF button. Writing is completed in under a second usually, as well as reading new RAW files. The tool should work fine with almost all flavors of RAW. Here's a mobile phone DNG, and there's another DJI image that DCUR could not interpret correctly at all. Just for giggles, let's compare how long Photoshop needs to start and read a RAW file. I know, this is not a fair comparison, but there are more features in the pipeline, including tricks for photogrammetry meshing optimization. Just stay tuned. Last not least, you can use the tool like the old command line version from shell scripts. Simply hand over values you figured out in the UI. The next version will offer script generation for directory processing and more. Thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned.